matter what she want. Make an understand when she see the gritty talk. She me see and broke out in a dance and she raw. When me hold her in a then she holla. When me to the top between the jaw. Preparation, back full of raw. Long time in tell you say me live about that. You should know make me take a one drop. Give her it good, make she dance very good. Give her it good, make she love that in there. Give her it good, but me won't stop in there. Give her it good, baby me put in there. Give her it good, long time me fling way. Give her it good, make she turn up in there. Give her it good, yeah. Give her it good, oh, give her it good. Wow. We know you Viagra, put them in the top of a Niagara. Anaconda and the shit a yadara. Half me friend Cabara, Bagara, Bunty and even Shabara.
This is the main ingredient, baby, on MS Radio.
Alright, half me the camera. Now make she walk and Bagara. Abracadabra, me make she Tagara. Under the hammer, one or Kelly on the camera. Give her it good, make she dance the ring. Give her it good, make she blow that thing there. Give her it good, from me phone that thing there. Give her it good, baby me put in there. Give her it good, dance and me fling way. Give her it good, make she turn and fling there. Give her it good, yeah. Give her it good, oh, give her it good. Give her it good, make she dance the ring.
The thrill, the blood rush, the enthusiasm, the greatness, the strength, the passion. Sport on MS Radio.
Time now is just gone 30 minutes after 9 and time for your first sports update. Just give you a heads up on those two banger tunes. It was Elephant Man, Give Her It Good. And before that, it was Sean Paul saying Ever Blazing. Right. On to your first sports update. Absa Premiership news. Arrows humbled troubled Chiefs. Ajax ease into relegation woes. Ease off relegation woes rather. In the Champions League, Salah shines, but Roma grab a lifeline. Ronaldo, Real must worry about them, says Jupp Heynckes. Habana to retire from all rugby. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Lamontville Golden Arrows thrashed Kaizer Chiefs 3-1 in an Absa Premiership match at the Princess Magogo Stadium in KwaMashu, Durban last night. The win took Abafana Bestende to 9th place on the league standings, while Amakosi remained 4th on the table. Ajax Cape Town eased their relegation concerns with a 1-0 win over Baroka FC in their Absa Premiership match at the Athlone Stadium in Cape Town. The win sees the host moving up to the 14th spot and from 28 games in their season so far, as they registered their first win against Bakaka Bampahlele. Mohamed Salah came back to haunt former club Roma in the spectacular style with 2 goals and 2 assists as Liverpool stormed towards the Champions League final with a 5-2 win in the semi-final. First leg win at Anfield yesterday. Roberto Firmino also scored twice, and Sadio Mane netted Liverpool's other goal to make up for missing a series of gift-edged chances as the scoreline did anything but flatter the host. Roma produced one of the finest comebacks in Champions League history by overturning a 4-1 first leg deficit against Barcelona in the quarterfinals. They will need to do the same in the return leg on May 2nd, but the visitors were at least given a lifeline when Edin Dzeko and Diego Perotti grabbed 2 vital away goals in the final 10 minutes. Liverpool will rue their missed chances and poor late defending, but remain well on course for a first final in 11 years. Jupp Heynckes says Real Madrid should worry about Robert Lewandowski just as much as Bayern Munich will be focused on stopping Cristiano Ronaldo in today's Champions League final first leg. Still on the same story, Cristiano has had an incredible career, but we have Robert Lewandowski, who has scored 38 goals. So the question should be asked, who will stop him? Said Bayern coach Heynckes. The German champions holders Real in a crunch clash on European powerhouses at the Allianz Arena with the return leg on May 1st in Madrid. Two of this season's deadliest goal scorers will go head-to-head when Ronaldo, with 42 goals in 39 games, faces Lewandowski, who has scored 39 goals in 43 matches. And I'm looking forward to that match. That much I can tell you. And moving back home onto some rugby news. South Africa's Bryan Habana record. Let me put it right. South Africa's record try scorer Bryan Habana announced yesterday he was hanging up his boots after a glittering career at the end of his French top 14 club Toulon season. In an emotional post on Instagram, the veteran wing, who turns 35 in June, said, "The inevitable moment has come knocking on my door and I've welcomed it for a drink." Knee injury victim Habana, who last played for Toulon in April 2017, added, "It's been more than a year of hoping, trying, pushing and willing to get back on the field for one last time to taste the sweet victory or encounter the gut-wrenching despair, but it's unfortunately just not to be. Most would have liked my career to have ended differently, but sometimes things don't turn out quite the way we hope for. So at the end of the season, it's time to say goodbye and thank you to the game I so dearly love." He was hailed as one of the greatest South African sportsmen of all time by South African Rugby Federation Chief Mark Alexander. As we know that the Singapore Sevens is about to start team effort in Singapore, key success, says Neil Powell to his Springbok Sevens team as they find themselves in a potentially difficult situation before in this weekend's HSBC Singapore Sevens tournament to be played at the National Stadium on the 28th and the 29th. The Blitzboks have arrived for the tournament, the 8th of 10 in the HSBC World Rugby 7 Series, with a combination of young guns who played in Hong Kong and a number of more senior players who featured in the Commonwealth Games a week later in Australia. Coming back on to some Super Rugby news, former Springbok coach, our captain rather, Adrian Strauss, has warned his teammates that their 3 consecutive victories mean little as they prepare to face the Highlanders in their Vodacom Super Rugby clash at Loftus Versfeld on Saturday. The Bulls are enjoying their resurgence under Coach Mitchell at the moment, and none more so than Strauss, who is evergreen and scoring tries while his team look to up their attack. And lastly, on some IPL news, an extraordinary loss of control over there by the Mumbai Indians saw them lose by 31 runs in their IPL match against the Sunrisers. Hyderabad at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai last night. Chasing just 119 for victory, they lost their composure immediately and never recovered it as they crashed to an 87 all-out and a humiliating defeat, which leaves them on the cusp of failing to reach the semi-finals. A cautious approach proved to be disastrous as batsman after batsman appeared to be caught in two minds between attack and defense. That was your first sports update. Another one coming up at 10:30. Time now is 38 after 9. It is the 25th of April.
This is the main ingredient, baby, on MS Radio.
Now make we start from the top. Make you on the way drop slow.
African Pride International. I'm here to select that.
My golly, it was you, what?
Head high, push forward, not surrender.
Yeah, guy. Oh, who did fool him, ne? Man, one door, man.
Maximum.
Twins of twin, mad, head gone. Man, them down on TG, don't got no head. Head fly away. Man, them down on jungle, don't got no head. That hurt me. Man, them down on jungle.
This is the main ingredient, baby, on MS Radio.
Rock your tongue, kill your fish, your poodle dog dead, no fuck with we. Twin tower dropping our head. And when you asleep, let me friend light your bed, no fuck with we. Twin tower dropping our head. Push out, man, ready if you run the place, red, no fuck with we. Twin tower dropping our head. Let's a pop, so me stitch it with nickel and thread, no fuck with we. Twin tower dropping our head. Off on a roll, what a boy that kick me head up in a harness pool. Stop in a park, watch how me head a bowl. We don't take check from our cook, now patrol. Them man in a head, so them know we won't cool. Make me tell you the half that I've never been told. Punish town man cold like dinner tool. Now big up no shot away, I grab no bill full. On the ground we head a roll, left me head on the charger. Last time me flight left Atlanta, Georgia. Delhi and Mega, left the bed on the corner. Them find round the dead, make me give on the saga. With a potion to weed, but me a no informer. Toddler head gone, him left it a Mississauga. Kid corrupt trim, left me bed up on the barber. No make the alliance right down the katana. Arrest you with a gunner, yep. Man them down on TG, don't got no head. Head fly away. Man them down on jungle, don't got no head. That hurt me. Man them down on jungle, don't got no head. Head mad. Man them from Punish Town, don't got no head. Broke your tongue, kill your fish, your poodle dog dead, no fuck with we. Twin tower dropping our head. And when you asleep, let me friend light your bed, no fuck with we. Twin tower dropping our head. Push out, man, ready if you run the place, red, no fuck with we. Twin tower dropping our head. Let's a pop, so me stitch it with nickel and thread, no fuck with we. Things that get colder. No, me nah no neck, me nah no head, me nah no shoulder. From the day we born, we a real high roller. Mad sick head girl, remember me told ya. She had left baby, and should be on the shoulder. When me a go school, me bring me head in a boulder. Me nah be no Batman, me with the Ebola. Come me want bowl out Susie and Nicola. Remember me told ya, yep. Man them down on TG, don't got no head. Head fly away. Man them down on jungle, don't got no head. That hurt me. Man them down on jungle, don't got no head. Head mad. Man them from Punish Town, don't got no head. Broke your tongue, kill your fish, your poodle dog dead, no fuck with we. Twin tower dropping our head. And when you asleep, let me friend light your bed, no fuck with we. Twin tower dropping our head. Push out, man, ready if you run the place, red, no fuck with we. Twin tower dropping our head. Let's a pop, so me stitch it with nickel and thread, no fuck with we. Twin tower dropping our head. Off on a roll, what a boy that kick me head up in a harness pool. Stop in a park, watch how me head a bowl. We don't take check from our cook, now patrol. Them man in a head, so them know we won't cool. Make me tell you the half that I've never been told. Punish town man cold like dinner tool. Now big up no shot away, I grab no bill full. On the ground we head a roll, left me head on the charger. Last time me flight left Atlanta, Georgia. Delhi and Mega, left the bed on the corner. Them find round the dead, make me give on the saga. With a potion to weed, but me a no informer. Toddler head gone, him left it a Mississauga. Kid corrupt trim, left me bed up on the barber. No make the alliance right down the katana. Arrest you with a gunner, yep. Man them down on TG, don't got no head. Head fly away. Man them down on jungle, don't got no head.
Yo, straight up the girl and say them love her for the hill skilly. Them don't know, Shonda Paul, yeah, don't tell him how kill it, yo. Yeah, man, don't take up back from the scene. Coming back from when the girl them ball out on the screen. Like a dream, don't you, yeah. We make you feel alright. Woman, wind up your body till the morning light. Then girl, wave up your wind because you know say you're tight. Woman, bounce and go long, woman, you know say you're right. Because woman.
This is the main ingredient, baby, on MS Radio.
Make you feel alright. Giving it the loving of your life. Make you sweat till the morning light. Make this thing bites. Anytime you press up on your thighs, baby, I'm the man for rock you all night. Make you feel alright. Giving it the loving of your life. Make you sweat till the morning light. Bounce it, girl. Come on and dibby. Pick up on the part, but together them with your finger. Give me for the first date. Anytime they see me, girl, them say they love it for the illy skilly. Woman, go so bounce it, girl. Come we know you done make it. Every man round the town say them want take it. But Shonda Paul alone, now where you want take it. Every day we can get on my girl, so girl, I fall till you buff. And me can't get enough, cause you clump on the bluff. Make me hard and tough. You got the stuff, I got the handcuff. I know you like it from the back, I know you like it rough. Girl, go and wine, bubble to the baseline. Everything go and be fine. If you don't waste the time, check me later, figure get intertwined. Cause baby girl, you know you make her me sing thing right. Anytime I press up on your thighs, baby, I'm the man for rock you all night. Make you feel alright. Giving it the loving of your life. Make you sweat till the morning light.